Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. I'm Chase.
I'm Thane.
And all of these bins are empty.
For now.
But after we're done, they're going to be full.
The second biggest single purchase we've ever made.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
After the right price.
Crazy.
Well then.
So, yeah, this was more stuff than I thought.
Yeah. We had the van cleared out, boxes ready,
Mm-hmm.
got inside. It's not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening. So what do we do?
Well, we got to get a U-Haul. So Thane called U-Haul, and we're going to get one of the trailers.
Yep.
And what? How much is it?
It's like $40.
$40.
$41. And we get to pick it up here and drop it off back home.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. So we were already thinking through plan A, plan B, and plan A was to like make the trip back home and come back, but we're almost 2 hours away from home.
Yeah.
So just in gas, we'd be looking at pretty much $40.
Yeah.
And then an additional 4 hours time. Not even.
Not worth it.
Yeah. So this U-Haul situation, and I didn't have the ball or whatever
Ball for the hit. Yeah.
for the hitch.
You can tell we're very automotive guys.
Yeah. But I have a hitch. So they have everything that we need.
So-
And there's probably a lot of you out there like, yeah, duh. But for us, we're like,
We don't
"Sweet,
know these
we
things."
didn't know that. And it's a great solution because the U-Haul's only 5 minutes from his house. So we have a lot of the systems in bins already, real nice logistics that we're going to stack up in here. And yeah, after that, we're just, the cords and controllers and everything are in bags. He didn't want us to record in his house.
Yep.
Or to record him. So all the recording is going to be van shots and footage in here and at home. But there's 315 systems.
315.
315. Like, insane amount of systems.
Yeah.
And
Everything's in pretty good shape. Couple things will need repair and stuff, but not too bad. And
yeah, all
So-
stacked in against the wall, like, 20 NESs high, 30 Wii's high, just crazy amounts of stuff. Biggest system purchase that I'll probably ever make. Second highest dollar value of all time.
Yep.
So
A lot of systems.
it's gonna be a lot of work, but should be a lot of money to be made. So
So grabbing some Taco Bell,
we'll do it.
eating some lunch.
And then we'll grab the U-Haul and head back. So let's do it.
Here we go.
So a couple things about this deal. One, he didn't want to be on camera, so we respected that. Didn't film anything in the house or of him. But all the systems were just stacked in one room against the wall. 20, 30 systems high, depending on what was there. There were some shelves with all of the loose disc games and trash bags in the closet full of games and Kinect systems and zappers and carrying cases and just a ridiculous amount of stuff. And it was hard to get everything on camera and get it all loaded up. We loaded for hours and hours. We needed to have sound logistics, but we were still able to capture a lot of the stuff. So yeah, just know that in all the clips we don't have masks on, but that's just because we were already hand sanitized and in a car or outside or in my garage. So we wore masks at all the public places we went, and we wore masks while loading the systems at his house. We were very safe with the whole thing, so just wanted to make sure you guys know that. We just didn't take any clips where we were wearing masks because he didn't want us to record in the house and whatnot. So yeah, keep that in mind when watching. But man, this was a crazy purchase, and let's check it out. Well, U-Haul was a little more complicated than expected.
A little bit.
Turns out I didn't have the line to attach the brake lights. So it'll take them about an hour to install that. And
Well, it's a beautiful day.
yes.
So we are walking a mile away to go to Wally World.
Walmart.
and see if we can find some bins.
Yeah, I might pick up some more bins because we definitely won't have enough. And basically, I'd say the trailer for the short term is adding about $100 in costs. For the long term, I think it's like $230 total.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a hitch, an extension, and the line to run, and I'm gonna want to do this, have the option to do this again. So I'm still good with it, excited about it, and then that also gives me the option to buy everything else that he has.
Which he's got some.
Yes, like there's at least 3 or 4 trash bags full of like NES games, N64 games, and other things. Bunch of Kinects, and he's willing to sell a lot of it, so we'll see what we can make happen. But first, we gotta get to Walmart.
Getting the steps in.
Getting the steps in. So we walked to Walmart. I ended up getting 6 more bins. These are great for inventory storage for me for like the long term, and I've been wanting more. So $7 each, and we were gonna need them to put the systems in. So we burned some time, got some bins. Now we're heading back to uHaul, just up the road. All right, he's putting it on right now. The camera keeps falling.
Shout out to uHaul
Yes.
for taking care of us. A little bit more of a dilemma than we thought it would be, but
Yeah. Had to get the light or the wires, whatever they put, and then the hitch and the extender. But I had those things forever now, and we're good to go.
good to go.
This is definitely going to be enough room. I need a stronger magnet. And we're still making decent time. It's 12:54. We got up here at 10. Well, it's so we're gonna go back and fill it up. We'll bring you guys with us. Well, there you have it, loaded to the brim. Bins in the back, stacked floor to ceiling. Bags in the front. Controllers and cords in the bags. And then we're almost filling the van up too, so easily the most amount of stuff I've ever purchased. It's going to be a lot of work.
All right, so just finished loading up. These are all controllers that you see here. Behind there is all the systems. And we got a bunch of bonus stuff in the van.
Okay, so it's the next morning. We're home from the massive haul, uHaul. And
Organizing some controllers.
yeah, so basically we're taking all the trash bags and taping up these boxes, and I'm gonna label all of the boxes kind of with what's inside. Kind of switching over to boxes because they're stackable, and I also want to get a pretty good grip on what I have. You can see there's a ton of controllers for 360 here that we're doing. This box is going to be like sellable accessories. This box is going to be third-party controllers, which I don't sell with systems, but so just third-party controllers in general will go in here. And it's going to be quite the process, but it'll make it much, much easier for the long term. So there's 4, 8, 12,
I think
24. There's about 35 controllers there probably. So it'll probably be like Xbox 360 controllers and some other thing. We'll fill the boxes and
probably Xbox One or something.
yeah, try to keep them somewhat uniform. But yeah, it's gonna be a process. I mean, it ended up being what, $6,840 for everything plus the U-Haul. So it's a little bit over a $7,000 venture, but I think there's a lot of money being made after a lot of work is put in. And I am paying Thane for this help right now. For those that are wondering, this is not just fun. This is work. So
This is work?
this is work. It's fun work.
This too. That's
PS2, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Generations.
Yes. Nice. These PS2 controllers are like very high demand for me right now.
And they are looking nice.
Yeah, they look really good. So a lot of this stuff, it was like we just kind of had to quickly glance, and it looked good, but you still can't really know for sure. He was thinking that there's going to be extra controllers for the systems, like more controllers than the amount of systems, which would be great. I know I have at least 3 working PS2s that are waiting on a good controller right now. So those could come in clutch. But we still got to test everything, clean everything. So it's a long job ahead, but it'll keep me busy for the next few months. Which is great. So I'm excited about that. So there are way more PS2 controllers than systems because this one filled up all the way, the rest of the way, and we have all those for first party.
Is this the first party? I don't think so.
We got GameCube controller bag? No, that's third party.
Okay.
It just drops it in.
But it ain't first. It's last.
They're not completely useless, but wow. Okay. Hopefully there's some first party GameCube controllers. There might be another bag of them, who knows. But I'm going through the NES controllers, and there's definitely way more controllers and systems for these too, so it'll be a process. So we found the first party GameCube controllers.
Got all the Wade birds down here.
So there's 4 Wavebirds with 3 receivers. Some of the GameCube ones have bad joysticks, but those are replaceable. So yeah, there was a bunch of first party ones too, so that's a nice little PS2 and GameCube controller box. So the way this deal broke down, it was $6,200 for the initial purchase of 315 systems, cords, and controllers. And then he also had a bunch more stuff, loose disc games, I don't even know, 500 plus cartridge games in trash bags.
It's awesome.
Yep.
So we've got a system going. We're putting stuff in boxes, labeling, and we've made that much of a dent.
Yeah, that trailer goes back pretty far too.
So we are.
The good thing is everything in the bins, we'll just need to slap a label on. And
Yeah.
So this is the longest part right here. We're probably about a half an hour in. So this one was PS2 and GameCube.
Yep. Can I get a thumbs up for Chase's awful handwriting?
I can read it. That's the only thing that matters. Coming along, PS1 controllers.
We got the ones without joysticks, ones with joysticks,
DualShock.
and then we've got
So
Wii
many.
Motion Plus on top, and then we've got all the normal Wii ones on the bottom.
And there's a bag of nunchucks there too. Our sellable accessories and controllers box is racking up.
Third
That's
party.
just third-party stuff. Atari joysticks, all originals, and then some finished boxes, taped up.
And look how much progress we've made.
And there's still that much more. Whew. So it's been probably a couple hours, and we're making progress. So I just wanted to have something stackable that I could see everything, know everything, because there's no way I'm getting to this anytime soon. My priority is getting the Wii systems and the N64s out as soon as possible. So basically we've been taking all the bags, dumping them, and then writing exactly what is in every single box and stacking, just to kind of keep the clutter down. And this is, the vision is coming fulfilled here. So I'm definitely digging it. The bins on the bottom are systems, and those are, we wrote exactly what's in every bin.
Quantities and everything.
Yep. Wanted plastic to be the base, and then cardboard is okay to stack on top of that. And it looks like we're almost done with most of the bags. So
Then it's just system time.
yeah, and then it's systems, and we have stuff in the van. Let's go throw the stuff in the van.
Yeah, they haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we didn't really get to. We had to get home quick.
The van is less organized right now.
Yeah, the van we just had to throw stuff in pretty much, but like this was the purchase where we paid $640 after the systems and all that stuff. And like there's just trash bags full of games like this. Like he said, they're mostly commons, but still, like they're NES, SNES, and N64 commons. But there's actually some like decent looking ones. You've got NES zappers, which are actually really nice to have.
Bundlers.
And I'll probably take those out and put in one of the boxes. This is another bag full of like, it looks like almost all Mario Duck Hunt, which is wonderful to bundle with systems. Bags of games, and then there's boxes, cases.
And then almost all the cases are filled with thousands of disc games.
Loose disc games. I'm not sure. Well, we didn't record in the house, but he had just stacks of loose disc games. A lot of them with scratches if they're nicer that he wasn't able to get fixed. I might be able to with my $3,000 machine. And then just a lot of common games that he was waiting on cases for. And I mean, there's probably like 1,000 of them. So those aren't going to be quick sellers. They won't be anything too great, but 1,000 games adds up fast, even if I get 50 cents a piece.
So where'd this connection come from? How'd you guys get connected?
Facebook. Once again, he reached out to me on Chase After the Right Price, the Facebook page, and just said, "Hey, I've got a bunch of stuff. I'm considering selling it in one go. You know, what do you think?" And he sent me pictures of everything he had, the room, stacks of systems, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm interested." So we made it happen, and this is, I think we're trying to figure out maybe the 10th Facebook deal, maybe 12th overall, and 10th Facebook. So if you have something and you're within 2 hours, can get within 2 hours of Kalamazoo, Michigan area, then hit me up. So here's the majority of those discs. So many. I don't know how many, but there's hundreds. And we might even have more than 1,000 here. PS1, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Wii, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox, PS2. Tons and tons of stuff. And there was actually a few that are potentially sellable, like these ones. They all have needed resurfacing, and I still have to test them. But there's some decent ones. Some didn't need resurfacing and might make for some good lots and whatnot, and then all the ones on there. So just a ton of stuff, and it's going to be impossible to show every single disc and all that, but yeah, that was part of that second deal for $640, and it's a lot. I would love it if disc traders would just kind of take these as trade-in, but I know they can be pretty picky about whether or not it's disc only or if it has the case and stuff. So we'll see if I can get any disc traders to take trade-in like this. But hopefully I can. If not, I'll probably just make some really big lots on eBay. Okay, so we got all the NES games stacked in a box. And how many were there?
182. So we've got 150 that are just straight up common, just not going to be much value. Mm-hmm. And then a stack of Duck Hunts, probably 7 or 8 Dr. Marios, Mario 3. So just some of the ones that might have more potential value.
There's a Zelda in there, like
Zelda, yeah.
Some of the nice Super C, but they have like label damage or different things. They might still work, but obviously I'll test those if I'm going to be selling them. And then probably most of this stack of commons I'll be just trading in and getting better stuff at disc traders. We'll see, but nice to get them all counted. 182 NES games. Yep. And we'll probably put more games in this box. We'll see.
Maybe some 64 cards.
Yeah, the SNES and 64 ones maybe. But yeah, we'll try to get all the cartridge games counted up so we can kind of have an idea of how many we actually got, because there's just so many. Yeah.
All right, so we're going through our stacks of cartridge games, and we see this. Whoa! But
that ain't real.
So how can you tell?
It just, honestly, like this one, there's no like really obvious thing except like it's not like
the label's not
the font's
really
a little off.
Yeah.
It's a little blurry. It's just not right. So that's a reproduction cart at best, and it might not even be the right board. I don't know. But that's just not the right label.
Goodbye.
None of that stuff in this house. So we added the SNES and N64 games to the box, and then I threw a few in here. This Mario 64 just looks really dirty. It might just need some heavy cleaning. And then I threw 3 Hey You Pikachus in here. So With that,
they're probably close to 90.
yeah, it was 85 in here, 4 in there, so we'll call it. I mean, it's 89 plus 182, so that
is that's
is
smarter than us.
271
Okay.
ish, and that's what we're at so far. So we'll keep adding them up as we go. Well, you can see the back of the U-Haul.
Woo!
So it's been quite the venture, but we're coming along pretty well. Man, I definitely like the organization. It makes the work a lot less daunting, but man, it's still going to be a ton of work, ton of cleaning, ton of testing, ton of packing, ton of shipping, ton of everything. But that's how it goes in this business. Okay, how many Atari games?
About 180 of them. So got them stacked up nice and neat, and then all these weird shaped ones are just thrown on top. But yeah, so 180 of these, and then we got some other cart games there.
Got Sega Genesis Master System yet to go. And
so we had about 270, 280 in the first cartridge games box. 270.
270 in there.
So we're looking at probably close to 500 cartridges at least.
Plus 100, 270 plus 170. What is that? Or was it 180 in here?
180 in here.
180 would be 450. So we're gonna be probably in the neighborhood of 600-700 cartridge games. With this trash bag full of Sega, there's probably about 150 or more.
Yep.
So 600-700 cartridge games.
That's a lot of cartridge.
It's a lot of games.
So.
And probably 500 to 1,000 disc games.
And all of these were in the bonus deal.
Yes, for $640.
Yep.
Most of the NES, and these are all commons pretty much. Most of them I'm just going to trade in. And I can usually get between $1 and $3 a piece for them. Because the disc trader still sells cartridges really well. Atari games I'll have to probably just bundle all together on eBay. Maybe get $1 a cart after a while. And then Sega games, those should be pretty easily tradable too. So it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, and it's a lot better now that it's all organized. Those boxes up there were part of the deal. They're just empties. But everything's nice and labeled. And it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looks like now about 2 months later. So here's stacks of broken systems which were included in the second deal, and some broken controllers and stuff that I've added as I've gone through testing. And this is kind of how a lot of the systems are boxed up. So there's a bin of SNESs yet to be tested. There's stuff in those bins, systems, I believe more SNESs. There's a Sega Saturn, and then you can see we labeled them like this one originally had. 1 Sega Master, 5 Dreamcast, 4 Genesis V2, 2 GameCubes, 2 NESs. We labeled them all like that. And if you guys stick around till the end, I'll go over the list of everything that was included. Kind of realized in editing that we didn't record all of the systems. But down there's a bin full of NESs, like 11 of them, and there were 2 PS1s, but I think I've gotten to those. And then another bin over there of NESs. We had it all nicely stacked against the wall over here, and I would pretty much just come see what was labeled and get the boxes I needed, get stuff out of them that I needed to sell Wii's, PS2s, PS3s, N64s. Those are some of the hot sellers right now. So it was a lot. I got Gracie with me. She wanted to make a video again. Say hi, Gracie girl. Yeah. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it looks like now, about 2 months later. Still a ton of work to do, as you can totally see. But it's definitely a lot smaller of a pile than it was. So I'm happy about that, and still plowing through it. Okay, so one thing I realized in editing this video is that we didn't really show, at least in great detail, the amount of systems and like systems that were binned up. We didn't get any good shots of them because we didn't want to record in their house to respect that. But I want to just tell you guys, it's been a little while. I've sold a lot of them. I'm definitely in the profit at this point. I've sold all the Wiis. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a breakdown. So I printed off, this was the Facebook message of everything with my offers next to them. So there were 41 white Wiis, 9 black Wiis, 1 white Wii U, 6 black Wii U's, a PS4 and Xbox One X, 2 Xbox Ones, 6 silver GameCubes, 5 indigo GameCubes, 10 black GameCubes, 9 Dreamcasts, 1 Saturn, 1 Master System, 7 Genesis Model 2s, 13 Genesis Model 1s, 2 Genesis, 1 Sega CD, 30 NESs, 7 PS3 Fats, 3 PS3 Slims, 23 PS1 regulars, 2 PS1 Slims, 10 PS2 Slims, 1 PS2 Slim Silver, 25 PS2 Fats, 25 SNESs, 2 SNES Juniors, 26 N64s, 3 N64 Jungle Greens, 12 original Xbox, 10 white Xbox 360s, 4 black Xbox 360s, 11 black 360 Slims, 1 Atari 2600, 1 7800, 2 different two regular Atari 2600s, 2 Atari 5200s, and 1 ColecoVision. So that was the systems. It was 315 total. The prices that I offered, like on the Wii's, was $25 each. So I was doing basically after fees in regular times on eBay. I was cutting that in half. Big bulk purchase. Didn't know if a lot of them worked or not. Didn't know the controller situation. There's a lot of questions. That total came to $7,185. We ended up negotiating that down to $6,200 because he got to testing some of the systems, and he tested, I think, 9 Wii's and 3 of them didn't work, and like 6 Dreamcasts and 2 of them didn't work. And I said, well, you know, if that continues and about 25% of them don't work, I'm going to need some padding on this deal. So that's what we did. And I've since tested a bunch of them. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I still have left, which is still a lot. I haven't traded in any of the games. I'll probably make a video of trading in all of those cartridge games. That'll be fun. But most of the Wii's worked. Maybe 20% of them didn't. And I think that's pretty much been the general consensus. About 20% of the systems have not worked. But the good thing is that was built into the negotiations, and it held true that about only 20% of them didn't work. It's been a ton of work, many hours, but the profit's definitely been very nice. There's been a good return on it, especially with how hot systems have been selling right now. This couldn't have been at a better time. I definitely feel blessed to be able to get this deal because it happened about 2 months ago, and I've finally gotten to this video and editing and whatnot, so that's why you guys are seeing it now. But a lot of this stuff is gone. Still got to get to all the Super Nintendos, the NESs, the Sega Genesis, the Ataris. I focused on getting the PS2s, PS3s, Wii's, N64s. That stuff is selling super hot right now, so I've cleared that stuff out, sold a bunch of them. But yeah, this deal was nuts. It ended up being over $7,000 total with the U-Haul, but that included all the extra games. There was a ton of carrying cases, some of the GameCube carrying cases, like 4 of those. Definitely some sellable ones. There was zappers. There's like 20 Kinects that I don't think were really shown. A bunch of controllers. We didn't show everything because there's just so much. It would be a 5-hour video if we showed everything. But yeah, 315 systems. There was also like 30 that he knew were broken, like PS2s, 360s, PS1s, that type of thing. I took those as well as part of the deal. And those are sellable. You know, you can lot those up and get something for them. I still haven't sold them. I focus on the ones that are working. Yeah, it was kind of an overwhelming deal, to be honest. It was insane. It was just an insane amount of stuff. Getting U-Haul was nuts. It ended up taking a pretty long time for them to get the U-Haul installed. It was crazy, but yeah, there's been a lot of money to be made with a lot of work. I've had David helping like crazy as an independent contractor for me. He's been testing, cleaning a lot of the systems. So without that, it would have been quite ridiculous. And my garage has been full, storing them, and still have a lot to go. But it was well worth it, and one of the craziest deals that I've ever done, if not the craziest, as far as just sheer size and quantity of stuff. Craziness. Um, but it was well worth it, and I definitely appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Um, that's going to be it for today's video. Hit that like button. And man, we got a lot more videos coming out, so stay tuned. Hopefully garage sales are going to start soon. Season 4 of garage sales. I'm hopeful that, next week they might be starting, so who knows? We'll see. Unpredictable. But hey, when they start, you guys are going to see the videos, so stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.
Chase after the right price.